Listen, relax. Relax.
I am relaxed.
I got you.
You got me?
I got you.
All right.
You're delicious. You're delicious.
Can I have a sip of coffee real quick?
Yeah.
Just to get it started.
We can even hold the coffee.
Listen, for the viewers out there, we appreciate the support. Yeah. This is what happens when you have everything standard because you're just starting on this. But you know what? It doesn't matter.
Right.
This stuff and the equipment that you have is basically your essence. Your true essence is what makes the content. So you have to just be natural at it. Right?
Is this recording?
Yeah, it's recording.
Holy shit.
Yeah, son.
All right.
It's recording because now we get to introduce ourselves.
All right, we're gonna edit all this shit.
No,
Eric. We can't start like that.
yes, we can. I think it's important for the people to see that nothing is cookie cutter perfect. Like everything has to be, I don't know. It says that everybody wants to have perfection in their life. And I just feel like that's not how life works, man.
Okay.
You know, you're going to have bumps down the road, X, Y, and Z, but let's introduce
Ourselves,
right? All right.
Welcome, my peoples. My name is Mita. Mm-hmm. I'm talking over the mic.
Yeah, because it's going to be so loud. So go ahead.
I did. My name is Mita. Welcome to
Just Press Play. And my name is E-Rock. And again, Just Press Play. Yeah, so now in all fairness, like we are creating this podcast because we just want to naturally give you the real things that happen in life and things that we experience that I know a lot of you experience as well. And, you know, we have to, like, I guess, get into these topics right away because I swear to God, there's many podcasts out there that I listen to and they're just like on and on in the beginning. And it's like, all right, get to the point, you know,
so
which
now,
we're kind of like doing the same.
We're doing the same stuff, right? We just talked on and on and on and on and on. And
right. And so
we're going to talk about, right? We all are processing the holidays.
Right.
If you celebrate the holidays and coming out of the holidays, that fast train, you know, track road of, you know, purchasing or like thinking in families, if we have that, you know, part of our lives, then we come down after the New Year's and everybody's like, oh, you know, I want to have this New Year resolution. I want to be a new person. I want to, you know, and it's like one day, you don't change in one day.
You don't.
But what does stay with us, if it's not addressed correctly, is your well-being. And your well-being shows up in many different ways. It can show up with in generalized anxiety. It can come up with waves of depression. It can come up with, you know, overworking, overthinking, being very, your nervous system being highly sensitive to observations. So it comes up in many different ways. And I think it was something I know it's something we want to talk about.
Right.
It shows up for everyone, and no matter if you put that mask on or not. Right? So I think it's important to say, hey, you're not alone, which is what we were talking about. You're not alone. It can seem like, you know, we just saw that, what's the DJ? Kid Capri?
Oh, yeah, DJ Kid Capri.
You know, God bless you.
Yeah, bro.
We're praying for your recovery.
Like for real. You know what? It's a blessing. Listen, I know a lot of my relatives, you know, that have passed, you know, due to cancer. And, you know, whenever I hear a success story of how, you know, people pulled through, it's, even that alone is inspiring, bro.
Right.
Even that alone is inspiring. So, you know, God bless you in this new year to give, you know, to let yourself, you know, and especially something so personal, to let it be known to everyone. But in the essence of us and how we look at things, you know, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves too, right? And you know, we had an episode last night of some form of anxiety, and the anxiety comes from sometimes not accomplishing things that we put in our minds that we just want to get that done, get this done, get that done. and you cannot do it all in one day.
Right.
But, but there's also a lot of distractions that come throughout the day, that things that you have to tend to as well. And so I know that for me is I get the itch.
Yeah.
I get like this anxiousness, like I know I could get more done.
Right.
I know I could do this. But then what winds up happening in the same process, I'm beating myself for not accomplishing those things. And that's where mental health kicks in, where you start feeling like, I didn't do this. You start talking down about yourself, or start looking like, you see, I knew I was going to get that done. Mm-hmm. Those are things that can also, can come out your pores, because people can actually see you not motivated, or look down, look like as though you're not able to be the person that you are, because I feed off of energy. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things. I feed off of energy. And if I feel that I have not accomplished anything, you kind of don't want to rub that off to the next person. And the both of us, we can feel our energy.
Right. 100%.
We can feel our energy when we don't feel like there's something that we did not accomplish. So it is not based on, okay, so in this new year, this is what I'm going to do, right? It's not based on that. It's just
an awareness.
It's an awareness.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
That's the first start. You could, be really self-aware of what you have been programmed to do every day.
Right.
Systematically, we are work. We work. We do some play, but in between that, it's like there's something missing. So I think it's important to be self-aware first. Talk about it in the sense of, I'm aware that I operate and I have these things that I do that don't really add to my life, but it's like habitual.
Right.
What can I do, or how can I start to switch those brain wires, those firing, because it connects your thoughts and connects to your emotions. Small and consistently every day. I think as artists, visuals are important. So working on a vision board is a good start.
Right.
People want to do a vision board in one day. It's not realistic.
Right.
You start to build your vision board. It could be a 2-week goal. And
real quick, speaking about vision boards, so, we were looking up like several ideas of how to go about putting together a vision board. The information that's out there, even that's overwhelming, because you're like seeing all these people like, vision board this, do it like this, do it like that. No, it's better on the laptop. No, use the chalkboard. No, honestly, you got to narrow it down to what works for you.
Right.
Narrow it down to what works for you. The simplest thing, and we're not going to harp on it.
Right.
It's just that there's just a flood of anything you look up now. Everybody has an answer for it. Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if it's realistically them really trying to look out, or are they looking for numbers?
Right.
It's just too much. And so you got to filter it through, and you have to just be real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, your momentum and what you can get done within the day. Mm-hmm. I think that's the most realistic that it could be.
Right. So they say, don't think about tomorrow. Think about this moment. Yeah, okay, makes sense. But that's not easy to do either. Mm-hmm. We got kids, we got jobs, we have careers, we have aspirations, inspirations. So here it is. We're going on and on and on and on, actually.
Right.
The point of this conversation is to be self-aware that we are building out new habits, new thought processes, right? Mm-hmm. And forgiving and surrendering to what got us here anyway. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to ever be perfect. And forever and ever, never, everyone has an opinion. And the opinions are just that, opinions.
Correct.
So self-awareness. And where do you start? Have a conversation with someone.
Oh my God, you know how important that is to start a conversation with someone that at least has some form of inspiration to get you motivated. Because like I said, it reciprocates. Right. Like you need to be around people that have at least not the same ideas, but the same drive, or that are more driven than you, that can actually pull you to that level, right? Because if you're around the same people all the time that think the same way, how are you going to find yourself getting out of that rut? How are you going to find yourself moving forward? It's not going to be possible.
So in other words, position yourself with environments that you're going to be able to thrive from, or at least learn from. We do outgrow people, we do outgrow family members, we do outgrow friends, and even companies and jobs, because we're supposed to evolve.
Right.
And it's okay.
I was waiting for that, and it's okay. You could still love them as how you love, your closest relative. You could love your friends, but it's just that there's a new frequency that you're in.
And then and just I understand what it is to be an overthinker. I think I've always overthought many things, and it actually can work for you or work against you if you don't really pay attention and self-aware of how much you're actually processing it and attaching it to emotions and personalizing things, because we want to protect ourselves, fight or flight. At the same time, learning how to forgive these ways of thinking, because we've been programmed, right?
Yeah,
we were watching Joe Dispenza, I believe that's his last name. Yeah. And technically, programming is part of our lives from the time we are born. So when you learn something doesn't seem right, you have a self-awareness, something seems off at this job. Right. When I leave this job, I'm drained. Mentally drained, not even physically, and then the body feels even worse because your mind is like heavy. And it could just be the environment, it could just be the culture of the environment you're in, it could be the co-workers you work with, it could be the negative conversations and the judgments all day that drains you.
So how do you all right, so then how do you shed that off, because at some point what happens is that a lot of us bring it home. Right. And when we bring it home, you might not even think that you're actually transferring that energy over to your loved ones, but you really are. And so it's actually being able to rewire your mindset into knowing that what was back there is theirs. It's not yours. You don't own it. You have the choice of actually carrying that energy with you, but you don't have it. It's not that it's mandatory. You don't have to. And so I feel that with a lot of those things, it stops us from progressing, from actually moving forward, from us, envisioning the things that we want to do later on in life, right? Because when, like I said, when you're in that circle and it repeats every single day, imagine, my peoples, we're getting older. We're getting older, and we also put a timestamp on that as well, because we're getting older. But it's the truth. I'm
already getting anxiety thinking about my age, yo. What the bomba?
But you're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful in your essence, because you although we have the things that we go through on a day-to-day basis, look at what we're doing. And this is what we're talking about, is that we're just like you. We're going through a lot of shit too, but guess what? We're still doing it. What's good?
Surfboard.
What's good? So that's why Just Press Play is that we're going to keep playing. We're going to keep playing through life. We're going to still keep
And we're going to be honest about it, right?
Yes.
We have to be honest if we're going to share and want to even do a podcast. Like, let's keep it 1,000, man. There's 1,001 podcasts. That I'll be honest with you, I think there's a lot of organic stuff out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of organic stuff.
But come on, son. After a while, I'm like, yo, B, what are you talking about? We do it too, but we're gonna own up to it too, right?
We'll own up
that
to
energy is there, and you see our energy is going up because we're letting go.
Right.
And when we let go, easy rockin' Mira be rocking. Yo, you want to have a good time and laugh? Here's the thing. There is no solution to the problem because there is no problem. Right. The problem is we think we have a problem. Let go of the thought process of a problem. Be like, yo, I am here. I wake up. Every day is New Year's Day. Every day is your birthday. Every day is an anniversary. Valentine's Day, I'm so done with the hearts. Seeing hearts in January and Rite Aid and Walgreens. For one day?
Like
Come on, son.
Think of it. It's every day.
Here's some chocolate. I love you.
Right.
Here's some flowers. What about the 364 other days of the year?
Right.
Nah. No, thank you.
Yeah.
That's programming.
Mm-hmm.
That's programming.
So I think in closing, because we like to keep this short and sweet, right? It's basically to just be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of yourself. You know, awareness is the very beginning. Just be aware. Be aware. Once you learn that craft of just being aware of just like looking at your surroundings, look at what you yourself are doing every single day, you'll start to realize like, oh shit, I've been doing this like every day without even knowing that I've been doing that. Once you start breaking through that cycle, you'll start to see different things come into your life. And it's ill. It's funny how that works. But I'm talking about people, new people that come into your life with higher frequencies, things that you're now gravitating towards that are like more important to you. And you're going to outgrow people and people are going to take notice to it. So you have to just be aware of that, but you still got to be humble. Be humble about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't start preaching. Don't start telling the other person like, yeah, so because I became aware, you know, now X, Y, and Z, I'm better than you. No, it's not that. It's just basically showing that you have a greater frequency level that is now transmitting between you and that other person, or you and that group, or you and that community, right?
So summarizing it, you know, self-awareness is not one way of viewing yourself. Just paying attention to what's adding to your life and what's not really adding to your life. Then, you know, look into how you can create something you can look at every day, whether it's a vision board you want to work on or Post-it notes in the morning on your mirror. And then also self-awareness of where you position yourself in society, at your job, in your family functions. As a parent, you know, what are you participating in conversations? Is it more about gossiping, judgment, than fruitation, like than things about fruits, you know? And it's politics, you got to play both sides of the fence, but there's healthy boundaries you can create. Correct. That we are saying this because we need to be clear of what we're talking about. So self-awareness is the start. And all you need to do is start from somewhere.
Yeah, you're great.
Yeah, just press play.
Yo, son, I love how like you're so vibrant in the way that you speak. Like it's like I'm in the podcast, but I'm just like watching you. Like I'm watching a podcast.
I'm watching you, homie.
But we thank you all for watching. Yes. We truly hope that you guys will subscribe and we'll be making more content like this. You know what I'm saying? Short and sweet. And,
you know, we want to hear from you guys. You have any questions, advice, you know, some suggestions of contents you want to hear, conversations, hit us up. Just press play. It's just the beginning.
And we out. Peace.